There is strong evidence of gross misreporting of the coronavirus death toll. The Financial Times have analysed Office for National Statistics data and discovered that the total deaths for this season is up massively. For the week ending 10th of April, for instance, we were 75% higher this year than the average for the past 5 years. There's two main points here. One is that the figures that the government give us, like on Tuesday when it said only 17,500 people have died from coronavirus, they are wrong. They are underreported by over 50% more than likely, because those figures don't include deaths in the care homes and in the community that would be captured typically in the Office for National Statistics data that tells us we're far higher than only 17,500 deaths from coronavirus. So the total deaths is more like 41 or 40 odd thousand, which is obviously double what they're telling us. Now, and the second problem, which is scandalous, which is possibly another scandal. I don't want to say everything is a complete scandal with the Tories, because that totally downplays the word scandal. But this is severely, severely wrong if it is true. And there is evidence that it is true from one NHS trust. And basically, doctors may be misreporting coronavirus on death certificates because of government or senior NHS guidance that is implying they should not report it as strongly as they naturally would. Now that is very worrying. Now the reason why we know this is because it's been reported. I'm going to put links below. Guidance has leaked on the internet, and I think the Good Law Project has seen this guidance. The Good Law Project is a not-for-profit organisation that's run by Jolyon Maughan, who's a QC barrister. Now, I disagree with the vast majority of things he says politically. Jolyon Maughan was involved last year with various legal challenges against the government because of their handling of Brexit and the suspension of Parliament, etc. Now, on this one particular aspect, they've done a noble act here. They've done a good thing in that the Good Law Project have instructed Adam Wagner, who's a barrister also, to send a pre-action letter to this NHS trust exposing why this guidance that they've given to doctors is unlawful. It goes against the Office for National Statistics and the NHS's standard guidance, and it's completely irrational, and it misstates what the law is, as the barrister has pointed out. It implies in the document that there is no requirement for a doctor to put COVID-19 as a cause of death, whether that's indirectly or directly. Now that is false. According to what the barristers put, and if you read the law, that appears to be false, because quoting the law, quoting the statute, the doctor has to put what he thought was the cause of death, quote, to the best of his knowledge and belief the cause of death, end quote. So, of course, if the doctor felt as though the patient had the coronavirus and it contributed to his death, whether directly or indirectly, then he had to put that down on the death certificate. It's not optional. If the doctor genuinely felt as though it was a direct or indirect cause of death, then the doctor had to put it down, and he had a legal duty, according to the barrister's opinion, to put COVID-19 down. And that guidance strongly suggested that it was optional, which is false. But that document sent to the doctors strongly implies that, oh, you don't have to put coronavirus, even if you thought it was a contributing factor. So they've probably broken the law, this NHS Trust, as the pre-action letter eloquently exposes. And so they're now reviewing the guidance and have withdrawn it from doctors. Now that's just one trust. We don't know how far that has gone around. But ultimately, if this guidance is widespread, that is shocking, because we potentially have the government or senior NHS figures suggesting that doctors don't have to be putting coronavirus down on death certificates, even if they felt it was a factor. And that is wrong. That is completely wrong.